about the VOD and the silver screen. Kevin and Tom and Joe know all there is to know, from masterpieces to deep fried tacos. And if the movie sucks, you might hear them say, there's no telling where the guys will take you. Get ready for a spoiler. Won't say it twice, cause we already warned you. Better watch out, it's gonna ruin the plot. Real spoilers. Real spoilers. Real spoilers.
Broadcasting from the lush but not lavish studios, for real this time, located in the basement of the O'Keefe Institute for Advanced Film Snarkitude. This is Real Spoilers, episode 900.
Woo!
Whoa.
A milestone.
A
That is a
real,
Yes.
honest-to-God milestone.
Yes, finally.
100 more to go. Can we make it? That's 2 years.
Yes.
Can we make it? Okay.
Yeah,
And then we're done.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, we're gonna get to
Quitting?
1,000. We're calling it a day.
I
I
think
get
we,
to at least 1,000.
I think if the plan was to stop,
Yes.
we have to stop at 999.
Oh
Just keep so that people can go on this podcast.
Yeah.
Stop. before
What
they got
happened?
to-
What
Just
happened?
to irritate people. $9.99.
And then we'll convince Emily Blunt to speak in tongues and talk to
And then we'll
the
reboot
world.
it, episode 1.
episode
Yeah.
1. That's right.
And it'll
Man
be
of
Man of
Steel.
Steel.
Look, if I've done it, if I've learned
Man of
anything
Steel.
about comic books, a reboot gets you every time.
So
I
So
listened to
boost
those
those
guys when I
sales.
was a kid.
yeah, that's what we're banking on eventually.
We should actually
The nostalgia.
do it
Yeah.
and then somehow AI our voices to make us sound like it, like
Oh,
we did in
somehow.
like in 2013.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
So
talking to a tin can
we'll
with two strings
We'll
between
use a
them.
de-aging technology. I'll shave my beard off.
AI will be gone by then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fad. You'll on our Patreon, instead of $5 a month, you'll have to pay us entirely in water. So let's go around the table and everyone can introduce themselves.
This is Joe.
This is Kevin.
And this is Tom. So before we dig in, shameless plugs, don't forget we're available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, TuneIn, wherever you find a podcast. You can find us while you are there. Be sure and follow us so you never miss an episode. Maybe leave us a review. That's super helpful. And if memory serves, it's been a while.
3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
Not that you're counting.
Nah, not like I checked it. You know.
Yeah.
It
So
says how long ago the last
yeah.
one was. I will say though, Spotify, we do get comments
Yeah.
pretty regularly, and the YouTube, the comment section on there has been pretty great.
Yeah, I
Like
think it's
they've
just
done a great job.
iTunes, if that or is Apple Podcasts technically, I guess.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
like, I just think that's not how people. Much like YouTube, right? YouTube has replaced a lot of podcast apps for
Mm-hmm.
people, and we're on YouTube now. So I think not getting reviews on Apple Music doesn't necessarily mean
You know what YouTube has decided that I should start watching?
what's that.
Old episodes of Real Spoilers.
Hey, they're fun.
I'm not even kidding.
You know what I listened to?
Pre-video.
You know what I listened to the other day, and a little peek behind the curtains. If I actually ever take the time to do this, I listened to an old episode, and I thought, wouldn't that be fun to be like this day in Real Spoilers history?
Yeah, sure,
some
sure.
milestone or just a funny thing happened or whatever. But I was listening to, I believe, episode 153.
Episode 9 is what popped up on mine.
Oh, I was listening to 153, Dirty Grandpa.
Oh God, that
Because
movie
it's
sucked.
I know it.
No,
is.
it didn't. No, wait.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the
This is the bad one.
Zac Efron, Robert De
Oh,
Not
Niro.
bad
I was thinking,
Grandpa.
I was thinking it was the Jackass one.
That one's
Dirty,
great.
and we
Okay.
bring that up on
Yeah.
the episode, and it was so fun to hear those conversations. My friend of the show, Chris, was on the.
I was gonna say,
podcast,
were
and-
Dan and Blake on that episode?
No, it was
So
us
they were
three and
already
Chris.
gone at that point.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
I gotta tell you, episode 9, they were gone, and then it was us
Both
three and
weren't on
it was us
9?
3 and Steve.
Oh,
Good
so
old
the-
Steve Kelly.
the seeds were planted or whatever you want to say. But no, anyway, it was really fun. So I will say, if you've listened to all the episodes and you just wait every week for the new ones, maybe go back, even if you've already listened to it, or especially if you haven't, go back and listen to those old ones. They're mostly all up. Spotify has most of them.
Listen to when Army Hammer was a star.
Well, that's real early.
Right.
But starting in the 100s is when we, they're all up there.
Yeah.
Like even on Apple or whatever.
It's
right?
funny
Like,
to hear like the old kind of like routine where like Tom would do the breakdown of the plot, and then we would go each person by person and say what we thought about the movie.
Yeah.
So like there was a box office report in the beginning. We didn't really do any news.
At this point, box office report was a separate episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we had just come off of 152 or whatever the previous one was, and then we're kind of not making total callbacks, but like we're familiar with some things that we've already mentioned in the box office report.
Sure.
So then it moved to box office at the beginning of the episode, and then it moved to just
because our episodes were like 2 hours
and
long.
it just moved to random tangents.
Yeah, right. So it is wild to hear like the progression of the show.
Yeah.
And how
It's fun though. But it's now that it's been 10 years since like that episode was about 10 years ago, I think. Now that it's been that long, they feel kind of new to me. Like I wouldn't generally go back and listen to episodes as the air or even a year or whatever later. But 10 years ago, I'm like, oh, this is a new show.
You're like, I don't even remember the movie.
That's where I ended
the
up.
conversation.
There
we
was
had
something
about
that it popped up, and I was like, I must have seen it because I did an episode on it. Like I don't remember that at all.
It's fun to go back that long ago and really and remember like kind of like just how things have changed and what things
the old
are still
intro,
the same. The old intro,
and the old outro.
Often stolen and copied, but
yeah, there it is.
Good times.
900
episode 900. Yeah,
episode 900. But honestly, it's more than that if you include the Patreon. We have definitely crossed.
And the Review STL podcast.
Oh
if
man,
we could somehow find that.
That's
on
you,
Patreon.
brother.
I know. It's like, where are those episodes? We gotta find them.
I don't know. I mean, it took you how long to get those pictures off that one hard drive? And that's not your fault.
Oh, geez.
Remember that?
Well, technology had changed.
Yeah.
Joe's wife. I mean,
ex-wife.
Right at the time, like they had all of their, I think, just their first daughter's baby photos and stuff.
Yeah, it was not just that. It was like pictures, like our
wedding photos.
Maybe wedding photos, but like dating, like when we were dating and all that stuff.
So all that stuff that doesn't matter now, but the hard drive got corrupted, and it was like a mechanical failure. So it wasn't just like
it wasn't the things he had downloaded this time.
No,
Correct.
not this time.
Yeah, LimeWire did not destroy my computer.
But when I plugged it in, and of course, if you're not a computer person, like this is gonna be so boring. But I plugged it in, like the hard drive, the way it spun up was like it was doing like clicking, and it was not normal, right? And so I tried to pull the files off of there, but I'm like,
so it was basically Disclosure Day.
Kind of.
Yeah, exactly. And I couldn't get them off. And then a couple years later, I saw there was a new program, and I needed to actually try to recover one of the videos like a couple years ago that like it recorded, but then the video file said it was corrupt, and I think we didn't have a video for that episode. And I'm like, well, let me try to restore it if I can. Couldn't get it done, but then I'm like, well, wait a minute, I've got Joe's old hard drive. Let me see if this software, I've already paid the $20 or whatever.
Yeah.
And I got those files.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, I told you.
I'm a genius.
I'm like, hey, I told you I would try. Like, I tried everything.
No,
at the time.
it took,
But it got working.
And I got them.
Yeah.
Still got them.
So the point is, eventually we'll talk about the movie. Eventually.
We'll get there.
Yeah. So, shameless plugs. Also, don't forget we're available on, or you can find us on the Facebook, facebook.com/real spoilers. While you're there, like the page, join the group. The group is called the League of Show Sharers. We're hoping you will share an episode. People who were kind enough to share an episode last week include Librarian Cynthia, Tom Dowdy, Tammy Lynn Powers Betts, Brendan McGuckin, Michael Tonkovic, Chris Magic Man, Jason McLean, Richard Krotzer, Ralph Tribble, Gabriel Lugo, Heather Sachs, Joe Faubert, Taylor Ward, Edit Photo Gamer, Batman Rye Guy, The Kryptonian Orphan, In Session Film, Joe's Weird Beard.
Oh man,
which we now
know
is an official parody account.
Yeah.
To make fun of you.
Fun of my beard.
We support this.
Thank you.
I've never thought Joe's beard was weird
because it's not. It's a totally normal. It's not like I've got it like handlebar mustache and like I've got it. It's full. It's a full beard.
Looks normal to me. But did I make an offhand comment? Because
no, I think Tom did. I think my mic had gone out, and like Tom was like, he can't hear us, but I could obviously still hear you. He was like, he's got his hat on backwards. He's got a weird beard. And he gives a time code.
That?
Yeah, he gives it, and it was just making fun of the fact that you couldn't hear me talking.
Oh, that's funny.
So it was like we could just say whatever he wants because he can't hear us.
Because I know I said weird beard one time, but that's a reference to the Eminem talking about Machine Gun Kelly. Remember when they did that diss track thing?
I remember when Eminem did a diss track, and MGK tried to do a diss track.
Eminem did the kill shot. I think.
Yeah,
but MGK said,
who was here this weekend, by the way?
Who?
MGK.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But MGK goes like, his beard's weird. And then Eminem on his kill shot is like, oh, yeah, weird beard, whatever. So he's like trying to. Anyway, but that was what I was quoting one time. And I thought, did they really think I meant.
If you go to Joe's Weird Beard, he gives a time code of when Tom says.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay, Colby Mack, Michael Ryan, Mike and Oscar, Geek to Me Radio, Joshua, Drake Randall, Nostalgia Cast, Ronnie Castle, Matt Naglia, Ken Holtzhauer, Ryan Terry, and we have an update on Frankenweenie from last week.
Oh, yeah?
And the honesty.
Yes.
Sometimes when we touch,
Okay.
the honesty is too much. But that's actually Glenn Cougar Melon Brewer. He changed his, and he was like, I don't want any stolen real spoilers of Valor. He's like, I'm just not a new person.
That's
He's like,
fair.
Which I
Okay.
think was really his way of saying, like, you guys aren't getting new people listening to this thing.
We get some every once in a
Like,
while.
don't kid
They
yourself.
sneak in there.
He's like, we just change our names sometimes to make you feel better about yourselves because we find you sad.
Oh.
So anyway, you can also check out our Patreon, patreon.com/real spoilers, $5 a month, all sorts of bonus content. You help out a truly indie podcast.
Truly.
And then we like you extra. And then, of course, you can watch all of them over on the YouTube. So there's all that.
We're real indie. No one is like, hey, do they really have a super producer producing these podcasts? Is Conan behind
No.
these things?
I don't think anyone has ever asked them. I feel very confident.
Also, if there is a super producer that wants to take on an indie podcast
Well,
as like
no.
a passion
We
project
didn't say
for
we
free.
want to be an indie podcast. We've been forced to be an indie podcast for 900
Yeah,
episodes.
we're a DIY podcast for 900
Hey,
episodes.
and we'll claim this. What other podcast has been doing this for 13 years and hasn't made money?
We've made a little money.
Well, the
Not-
Made money?
Some
Yeah.
Patreon.
Yeah.
You
a
clearly
little bit.
don't understand.
I asked if we had money for a cameo.
You don't understand revenue versus profit.
Oh, I
Joe.
get it. I did. I was gonna try to get like a cameo for 900.
Yeah.
And I was like, Kevin, do we have like an extra $50 in the budget?
And I had to go through. I had to put my accounting hat on and crank the thing and be like, I
He's
don't know,
like,
Joe.
He's like, dude, we're so broke. I haven't even had an abacus in like 700 episodes.
my
right.
abacus
right.
broke back on 230. Yeah. I'm just,
Those are crazy expensive. Some of
Pencil
them
and
are
paper.
crazy expensive.
yeah.
What,
Like-
abacuses?
No,
Abakai?
Epikai.
Yeah.
The cameos.
Well,
Like
yeah.
it's
Oh, yeah.
I think what was the one? Oh, Snoop Dogg, $5,000
Yeah.
for a cameo. It's like who is doing that?
Joe's like, we can get the Rock impersonator to give us a
No,
cameo.
I said the voice of Rocky from Project Hail Mary would do one for
Which would-
$50.
Which would be fun, but I don't know what that would.
if he does in the voice of Rocky, like in the speaking style of Rocky, it'd be great.
That's probably like 75.
No, well,
But no,
maybe.
you buy it, and then he's like, yo, Adrian.
I was like, no, wait a
Could you
minute.
imagine if the guy, the voice of Rocky, you
He's like,
asked
I
that?
tell you what, Rocky.
Every single one is Sylvester
If you don't
Stallone
want it to sound like
impressions.
Sylvester Stallone, I need another $50. And you're like, okay. And then he's like,
Rambo.
hey, Bullwinkle.
Yeah, see,
You're like,
when he-
God damn it.
I will say, when he first said the voice of Rocky, that's the first place I
Yeah.
went to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
I love
funny.
Rocky and Bullwinkle.
No, it was the Rock alien.
So speaking of cartoons,
Yeah.
we're supposed to talk about one.
We are.
Or Toy Story 5. Or, since I just got back from Mexico, Cinco.
Ooh,
I'm
fancy.
Did you see it in
I'm
Spanish?
basically bilingual.
You didn't see it at a Mexican theater, though?
No, I did not.
No, damn.
Oh, they
So-
clean up after themselves there.
Yeah, that theater that's crazy.
Tom posted a picture. Another great reason to join the League
That's
of Show
right,
Shares.
that's right.
Sometimes you get behind the scenes.
And that was me
photos.
walking into the movie.
Oh, that was
Oh,
in?
that was
I thought you were
in?
leaving.
I was walking into the
Oh,
movie.
I
So
thought
they
you were
hadn't even
leaving.
cleaned up from the last.
No, that was me walking into the film.
overflowing
Wow.
trash.
6
cans.
p.m. start. It's like 6:10, and
It
that's
is
what
nice
it
to
was like.
see they sell full packs of Walmart Great Value chocolate chip cookies at the AMC
Yeah.
theater now, though.
Well, they got to figure it out. Yeah.
But yeah, that trash was.
That's
now,
crazy.
Luckily, when we were done, they had emptied it.
Okay.
Because I was
Okay.
like, should I just leave it in the chair? Like, what
What
difference?
what difference does it make at that
Yeah,
point? You know,
so- But yeah. So, Toy Story 5.
it is kind of shocking in any franchise when you get to the 5th movie.
Yeah.
There is always a steep decline in quality. I feel like Toy Story has found a way to
Dance
not-
between the raindrops.
amazingly.
Yeah.
Like every time.
Yeah.
Even not even the main features. Like they've done a bunch of like little 30-minute
all fun.
shorts.
The
Yeah, there's like a
Halloween
Halloween
ones.
special.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. And for whatever reason,
The Yom Kippur special.
that's right. Anything we can slap on the Toy Story
Sure.
banner on.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because they're not churning them out. You know,
Yeah.
like I think Toy Story 1 is 95,
Yes.
2 is 99, 3 is
98.
No. 3 is way later. And then because 4 is 2019.
Yeah, there was a big
Oh, it is
gap
99.
between
Okay.
Yeah.
2 and
Wow.
3.
So like
Yeah.
they're not rushing
Yeah,
stories.
2013 maybe for 3.
Oh,
Does that sound
possibly.
right?
But like they're not rushing stories out. They're not
2010. Is that right?
So 95, 99, 2010, 2019, and then
But
now.
Yeah.
wow, 99 to 2010.
Well, I mean, you got to think
Jeez.
Pixar at that moment, like that 99, you've got Monsters Inc., you've got The
Sure.
Incredibles.
And they
you've
weren't
got-
trying to sequelize everything, right?
Correct.
Because
Yeah.
at that point in time, you hadn't gotten Cars yet, right? Because Cars was 2001, I think.
Your guess
So
is, I don't know.
So you're at 99 for the second one. So right, and they're like, oh, we've got all these new properties.
But wasn't that the gimmick? Is that they were like, we can either do Toy Story 3 or Cars, and whoever was it? Who would have been at that point?
No, they wanted to
Lasseter?
sell the rights because
No.
Disney and Pixar were breaking up.
Disney
right?
and Pixar were breaking
Oh,
up.
okay,
Was this the
okay.
tail end? This is the tail end of the Eisner.
Eisner?
era. And they were like, we can give you a Toy Story 3 or we can give you Cars.
Yeah, and Eisner's
he-
like, give me the Cars.
He's like, give me Cars, because he's like, I already own the rights to the Toy Story characters. And then and so he's like, and you can sell the
look at that
Cars.
Lightning McQueen. I can
Those
sell
those some
9
bitches are
still
still
around.
in the
Yeah.
aisles.
Yeah.
They have never left.
Yeah.
Target has like consolidated their, as much as toy stores and they've consolidated aisles and gotten rid of whatever. That car section,
Yeah.
stays
Still.
there.
And then they were gonna make their own Toy Story 3 without Pixar,
Oh,
and it was plotted out. And then
did it have the toys almost killing themselves at the end of the
Yeah.
spoilers for Toy Story 3?
yeah, and then Disney and Pixar end up or Disney acquires
Bought, yeah.
Pixar, and then they completely scrapped the non-Pixar Toy Story 3 and started over and created their own.
It's so like, yeah, Dancing Between the Raindrops is a perfect example because they're not. This isn't a cash grab. I mean, everything is that, but
It's Disney.
but they put care into these stories.
yeah,
this is
these
like-
Toy Story movies, every single time, they're like, where are we at in the world right now?
Yeah.
What can we do? And so like the third one is the third one Abandonment? Is that kind of,
well, they're all abandonment.
well, I mean, like, but do they end up with Bonnie in 3?
Yeah,
Do they,
end of 3,
Bonnie
right?
gets the toys
At the end of 3.
3. Andy 3 ends with Andy giving them to Bonnie.
right. And then 4 is Bo Peep and Woody, like, not on the run, but like looking for lost toys.
I forget
Isn't
exactly.
that how that, like, doesn't Woody find Bo Peep in like a antique shop? And then the end of that movie is them
He's
like
trying to
going
find
out,
Bo Peep. So the movie opens with Bo Peep and them getting separated.
right?
And then he ends up like they're on a road trip.
Yeah, but I
And-
think the end of that movie is like they end up like leaving together.
Well, they split up. That was the interesting thing, was that Woody and Buzz go their
Yes.
separate ways.
yes,
So Bo Peep and Woody stay out in the world and-
looking for like lost toys.
Yeah, and Buzz, right, and then Buzz and them go back with
What is
Bonnie.
interesting about this one, and every single time, you feel like this could be the last one. You know what I mean? Like they
Yeah.
don't leave it open ended where it's like if Toy Story
Yeah.
4 had been the last Toy Story, it works.
Right.
It works as the last
It's
movie.
nice that they give you that closure to where it, what I mean, they don't
If
put it on
Toy
a
Story
cliffhanger.
5 is the last Toy Story, you're like, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah. But this one is definitely a Jessie story.
yeah, it's
Like it is
Jesse's-
Jesse's movie.
It is.
Like the other characters are there just because they have to be.
Woody's
but-
a side character because again they've gone their separate
Woody
ways.
and
so
Buzz.
Woody comes back to help, but Buzz and Jessie are essentially a couple. They're together.
That's
so
true.
Buzz is more of a main character. Woody really comes in at like the 11th hour to help. Like
Right.
he's doing his thing and you see him a little bit, but
He's like the
then-
B story.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it's Buzz and Jessie now, which is this new core team because they're with Bonnie and those toys.
Right.
But anyway, we can
They're
get
the new Avengers.
They are
Yeah,
the new
exactly.
Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's basic. This one is all about technology and how toys are not being played with anymore.
Yeah.
And kids are focusing on their iPad. Lily Lilypad, if you will.
Yeah.
Which I thought was Taylor Swift. I didn't see any of the press for this. So
Yeah.
when I saw Taylor Swift was front and center, I was like, oh, she's Lily. And then I realized, oh, she's not in any of it.
Greta Lee is. Lily.
Yeah, she's not in any of this movie except for the very end.
Except for the song. Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't get her as a voice in it.
I'm saying, like, the way I would hear people talk about what this movie was going to do financially, they're like, oh, with Taylor Swift involved. And I was like, oh, yeah, if she's a voice in this movie, like, I've seen what those Swifties can do and can change the course of mighty rivers.
Well, if this one doesn't do the business, maybe in Toy Story 6, a new character will appear.
Yeah,
it's
right.
a singing doll. But you know, Greta Lee was in Tron, the new Tron. She's the main character in that.
The Jared Leto Tron?
Mm-hmm. Yep, Eve. She's the main
Oh,
character in
okay,
that.
okay.
And then Past Lives is one that she's known for. Art
Interesting.
house movie.
Yeah, and it's Bonnie trying to make friends, and the Lilypad thinking, you know, it's kind of Inside Out 2, where
It's also kind of Toy Story 1.
it is very
Right?
much
The
Yes.
dynamic is very much Buzz and Woody when Buzz first arrives.
I thought the
and-
scene when Jessie jumps on the bed and starts talking to Lily.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah, I've seen this.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
it's, you know.
Being replaced, right? Like
Yeah.
the whole thing is feeling replaced and friends changing and things like that. Each one of these, like you said, I mean, the story changes what they're trying to say, but each one is like a really valuable lesson that I think that everyone can relate to through different parts of their lives. And this one, even though it is dealing with like new technology that maybe wasn't around when we were kids, but going to that party, that social
But
function.
it wasn't around. Like, that's what I think is crazy is people, sorry, Tom, people our age, right? Like, we have grown up from kids to adults, and like technology sped through our entire lives, right? Like, when I was a kid, I had a Nintendo, an NES, and now at 44, like, I've got a PS5. So like technology, whether it was cell phones, the internet, cable, like all of that stuff exploded in our life.
But we were really we were the last generation that didn't grow up with
Yes.
a tablet in our hands, though.
I
Right?
would
Like
agree,
kids
yeah.
now are born with an iPad, right?
Yeah, it comes
Yeah,
with
I
them.
actually had to stop and think because when they said Lilypad, I was like, is that a real thing? Because I remember buying something similar for the time for my kids. I think it was
Leapfrog.
called Leapfrog.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah,
they're.
Yeah, but I was like, but I did have a moment of like, are they
real?
using a real toy? Like,
That's what they're trying to. It's
they're
like
using a real toy and saying this thing is destroying us?
No, but I definitely think they're trying to evoke that name recognition. But even though we didn't grow up with that, but when you're a kid and like finding your friend group and going to like a party or sleepover or whatever, and it's like maybe you don't know all the people there and you're not as close, like the things that Bonnie is going through, I think everyone at different stages of their life can relate to what these movies are doing. And I thought it was really smart the way they implemented the technology into that, because that is a real thing. That
How old is Bonnie supposed to be? Do they say?
she's got to be like 9 or
I thought she's supposed to be about 9. And I thought Blaze was like, I took it as
Blaze is 9. They say the Blaze is 9.
did they?
Yeah.
I thought Blaze was maybe like a year or so older than
Yeah, I took it like
I
she's
just
maybe
felt
like a grade higher.
Yeah.
Okay. I just felt like she was a lot older.
She was more mature. She
Yeah.
seemed more grown up, but I do think that they were supposed to be close. Just,
Okay. Okay.
just a
And
little
maybe it's just the way that they draw Bonnie, because Bonnie does, to me, she looks like she's 4 or 5.
Oh,
like in
no.
the way in the character design.
bit. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if we're okay.
She's just quieter, and that's the thing too, though. But right, some kids are more quiet, some kids are more outgoing, and that's where you get the dynamic between Bonnie and Blaze. Those are two different kids around the same age, but
One
totally,
kid's in the country and the other kid's in the city.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. But it's really cool though that like just because you're quiet, and,
Bonnie's supposed to be 8.
well, there you
Okay.
go. So yeah, like a
All
year
right.
difference.
Yeah. But it is kind of a redux of Toy Story 1 in that Bonnie struggles to make friends. She's nervous because I guess I took it as she was nervous because she doesn't know that people still want to play with toys.
Well, you know what's different about this though, because in all the Toy Story movies, including 1, it's about the toys. This is about Bonnie.
Yeah, that's true.
They've never had a Toy Story movie about the humans as much.
Right.
We always just follow the kids, but this is really Bonnie's story
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. That's true.
Right? And they're
Yeah.
trying to, the whole thing is that Jessie now being like the main toy, now that Woody's gone, she's the sheriff and she's the main toy that Bonnie plays with. And she's like,
She's the sheriff starring Suzanne Summers.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she is trying to help Bonnie out, right? In a role that Woody took over, right? Woody's the one trying to help Andy in the first movie.
And no, he's not.
Yeah, Woody's all worried about all the toys, and
Yeah.
Woody's running around leading the show.
Oh.
He calls the meetings. He's trying to get them all.
You mean what do you mean he's worried about Andy?
Well, like that Andy will play with them, and that
Okay. You're not wrong. I just think of that as Woody was worried about being replaced.
oh sure, for
Yeah.
sure, but he still cares about. I mean, he cares about Andy though.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
wants
yeah.
the toys to play with Andy, and
Yeah.
but this one, Jessie's filling in that role, right, where Woody is now gone, but she's stepped up in that role. But again, they're focusing way more on Bonnie than they ever have Andy or ever have Bonnie before in the third one, right? So it's really interesting to see how now we're talking about the humans kind of, I would say like half and half. It's about Bonnie and about Jessie and the toys, right? And they're going back and forth.
I think it's more about Bonnie. I think Bonnie has more of the focus. Like it is the
That's why we've
toys.
never done that before,
Yeah,
right? Which
yeah.
gave it kind of a fresh spin, even though it's like reminiscent of the other movies. We've never seen it from the humans' perspective
Sure.
as much and following them. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Well, and the idea of these toys having a shelf life
Yeah.
has always been
Isn't that
a theme.
the
in
point of
these movies.
2 is that Al is trying to put a mint collection of
Yeah,
Woody's
and it's-
Roundup
and-
together.
and it's very existential, right? It's like, well, you can live forever, but what kind of life are you going to have?
In a glass
You're just
box.
going to sit on a shelf,
Yeah.
right?
But it's interesting too that I thought about in this movie though, with these kids playing with toys and they're all onto their technology, and really only Blaze is still playing with toys. Bonnie's on the outs, like should she play with toys? So I'm like, geez, the only people that now can really relate to playing with toys are collectors, like
people
older
don't-
people that care about toys that they grew up with. Like
my
don't play
nephew is 3, and I asked my sister, I was like, what is he doing? Like, what's he? And it is a lot of I still will buy him toys, and I don't know if he's playing with them.
Right.
You know, I bought him like a
And a
Superman.
lot of those toys are going to be video game action figures, right?
Yes.
It's going to be like Mario.
Lots of
or-
Mario. I bought
or
him
Pokemon figures,
yeah.
or
I got him from the Superman movie. It's a Superman and the Kaiju.
and you
And
could
the chest had like goop in it.
And
So
you
I
could
was,
make
like,
the
real
argument
sorry.
for a lot of those kids, even something like a Superman or a Spider-Man, it's still they play the video game probably more than they have watched the movies.
Oh, probably.
You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
1,000,000%.
they've probably seen the movies, but
the video game you can play for 30 hours,
Right,
40
right,
hours.
right.
yeah, and you can play in a lot of different ways, right?
sure.
Where where we were kids, we would just go back and watch the movie.
It was all, but also video games were linear.
Yeah, now
Yeah.
that they're
You can-
online, you can.
Well, yeah, I mean,
make your
when
own
you're
levels
playing,
and-
Mario, it's like, oh, well, level 1, 2's done, level 1, 3's done,
Yeah.
so it wasn't like Mario wasn't going to branch off into 15
Now
different
wait
side
a minute,
missions.
Super Mario World.
That's
When you
true.
go and you fly over the thing and put the key in the hole and you
That's a
open
good
the new
Oh,
point.
hey,
map.
this is a family podcast. You keep your key in your pants,
That's
buddy.
right.
Those Illumination, they go all out. It's
They,
like-
yeah. So yeah, this one, it's, I will say, it's interesting to listen to the voice cast now because a lot of them are
old.
dead
Yeah,
and they sound
and they
old.
sound older.
yeah.
Tim Allen
Jessie,
even talked about it. They're like, you're sounding old, man. You need to get the
I
Buzz
thought
voice
he-
back.
I thought he sounded fine. I thought
Well-
Tom Hanks sounded fine. Joan Cusack sounded much older.
They all did, though. You could hear it all, but Tim Allen said this. Like, he went in to record, and they're like, you don't sound like Buzz. You sound like old Tim Allen. And he had to kind of get it together. And I do think he ends up sounding the best in the final product. But
Yeah.
he talked about going in there, and they're like, yeah. I mean, that's just aging. That's just
It is.
how
Yeah.
I felt like Joan Cusack, like I feel like Jessie used to have more of an accent, of a country accent.
Oh, interesting.
And
Okay.
She sounded a
So-
lot like Joan Cusack.
She sounded more
in
just
this
like
video.
Joan Cusack.
Yeah.
Now, I will also say this is obviously the most consecutive dialogue we've gotten from Jessie.
Sure.
Right? Like normally she's more just interjecting things. That's funny, Bullseye.
That's right.
But so I felt like she didn't hold the accent in quite the same way. And then I will also say, with all the money that Disney has, I was really surprised they couldn't find a better Don Rickles impersonator.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
I thought he was okay doing his own thing. It wasn't necessarily an impersonation, but I felt
Yeah.
like the tone was there. But the Slinky Dog one is the one, I do love Ernest and
Yeah.
Jim Varney.
Do you know who that is? You know
Who?
who Slinky Dog is?
Who is Slinky Dog?
You know the guy from God damn the water boy, like we let it pay another.
Yeah.
We let it pay another day.
I could see
That's
why.
him.
I could see why they would go with that guy, but
Yeah.
it seemed to me that Slinky was not trying to do an earnest impression, which
Yeah.
I can see when they try to not do an impression, but also like you can't not sound like him at all, right?
Right.
And so, but at the end of the movie, Slinky says something. I'm like, oh, that's it. That sounded
Yeah.
like he was doing an earnest impression. But in the beginning of the movie, when
I would
he
agree.
talks,
He was just talking.
right?
Yeah.
Because at the outro, I go, wait a minute, did they get Jim Varney's voice? That sounded like
And
Slinky.
I also felt like Mr. Potato Head had the tone of Don Rickles.
Yes.
It didn't have the rasp of Don Rickles.
It also didn't have the
Exactly.
cadence.
Yeah.
Like Don Rickles, when he would start going,
Yeah. Sure.
like he was smooth as silk.
Yeah.
This one felt like he was reading lines.
But there were a couple times where I heard it and I'm like, oh, he got Potato Head right. Like I just think
Yeah.
it wasn't consistent enough. And those characters are all total side characters. Like we got to say,
Yeah,
so,
they're barely.
like
Yeah.
you follow Buzz and Jessie, and then you get Woody for a little bit more of the time. But most of the movie, the other toys are put in the closet.
Yeah.
Because essentially what happens is everyone is playing with technology. Bonnie gets a Lilypad, which is great. Toys are worried that the Lilypad's going to replace them all. And then while they're fighting with Lilypad's like, oh, well, I'm going to screw you guys over because you're trying to stop me. And she sends a message to Bonnie's dad that says, hey, can you put all my toys in the closet?
Yeah.
And she's so zombified on her Lilypad that the dad comes in and is like, hey, Bonnie, you sure you want me to put these away? And she's like, yeah, just zoned out. And he takes them all, puts them in the garage.
Right.
And that's when Jesse's like, we're going to go out on this journey and help
we have
Bonnie.
to get. Yeah, they're going to like a sleep. Bonnie gets invited to a sleepover that
Which
does not go.
Lilypad sends this all out.
Correct.
Without Bonnie knowing it. The toys are fighting about how the Lilypad won't get her friends. And Lilypad's like, oh, yeah, we can. And just sends
Yes.
messages out to the other
Yeah,
friends.
sends out a bunch of friend requests. And yeah, it doesn't go well. And then it's up to kind of Jessie and Bullseye and Buzz to fix this while they're kind of in
when Bonnie's
fighting with Lilypad to like get him. Lily's like, it is kind of Inside Out too, where June, right? That's the main character from Inside Out.
Riley.
Well,
Judy?
Riley
Judy's
is
in Zootopia. Joy.
Joy is like, I know what's best for Riley.
Mhm.
And rather than deal like hiding all of the bad emotions, right? Like this is kind of the same thing where Lily is like, I know what's best for her. I can.
Lilypad has good intentions. She's not trying
It's
to be
another
an evil thing.
It's another Pixar movie where there's no villain.
Yeah.
Right. Like
Yeah.
everybody.
There's no Sid in this movie.
Yeah. Everyone's trying to do
Yeah.
the right thing.
Right.
Which is what,
You know?
which is we've talked about. The best villains are the ones that think they're doing good. Doesn't mean that they're right or that most people agree with them. But a mustache twirling villain is very outdated. A villain in these modern movies is like, well, they have a different perspective.
It just makes me think of what during the Attitude Era when Ding Ding,
I haven't heard
when
that one.
when they were changing how the product was,
Uh-huh.
Vince McMahon was like, the idea of good guys and bad guys is outdated, and so like there were like guys who were kind of bad guys, but also like tweeners is what you would call them. But that's what it's unless your villain is a monster, like a werewolf or Dracula, which even sometimes Dracula isn't always
What
the
about a
bad
wolf
guy.
man?
It's not really his fault though. Like he got turned, and then depends on which Wolfman you watch, if it's like an infection or if
I'm
it's
talking about the one with nards.
I only watch Wolfmen who don't have nards.
well, that's ridiculous because they all have nards.
I like
Have you
I like
checked?
trans Wolfmen.
those are wolf people. Yeah.
What did you do? Go look up under all the Wolfmen's skirts?
Yeah. Well, if they had balls before, Kevin, they have balls when they change.
You don't know that?
Yeah, I do.
Look at all those monster movies where it's just like a Barbie doll. It's like that's
It is in a lot of them when you do like a bipedal werewolf and they're
Yeah.
not enclosed.
Yeah.
Like
You're
where's
just
his,
like, yeah.
where's his dick and balls?
And
Like
when
where is-
you're younger, you don't think about stuff, but when you're an adult, you're just like,
That's the
how-
Kevin, isn't that the
what?
Kevin Smith thing?
Kevin's
Where it's
like,
like,
but now that I'm adult, all I do is think about Wolfman dick.
Oh, it doesn't have to be Wolfman. That's-
where Kevin Smith was like, where are the dino buttholes?
yeah.
Like you don't see any.
No.
What happened?
It is a weird blurring the line between like, what do you put in a movie to not take people out of it, but also not take them out of
Yeah,
it?
right,
Because it's
right,
like, either way, you're going to get
I
attention
never
that-
thought of that until he said that,
Yeah.
and now I can't be like, well, yeah, wait a minute.
How do they go?
What
I know.
happens?
That's the thing. As you get into an adult, you think practical, right?
Yeah, right.
You're not just thinking like, oh, that monster looks cool, but then you're like, but how do they go to the?
How does that
bathroom?
work exactly? At least with like a werewolf that's on all four like legs, I was like, all right, it looks like a dog.
Yeah.
Like, she's got a butthole. Like that's fine. But when I look at that werewolf in what was that awful? Was it? It was Van Helsing.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, where it's like, well, you're not wearing any pants, and you're standing upright. I feel like everything should just be hanging out. I don't think it just disappears.
in a just world, Joe.
I know. Yeah.
But so
When we get to Robert Eggers' werewolf, we're definitely
there's going to be nards in that.
Gonna see.
Absolutely. Yeah, those type of movies.
100%.
You're going to have everything. So also we're getting little flashes of Jesse's backstory. So
I got to tell you, favorite part of the movie
yeah.
is I think the animation when they do the like imagination sequences.
yeah.
Those
it
are
was
really
incredible.
I laughed out loud. The wedding sequences that were happening with the pretend. So they do something cool that it almost looks hand drawn.
It does
it's like
look-
sketch hand drawn.
Yeah.
No, it looks like crayon. Like
right, that's what I
it-
mean.
Or like
Yeah.
water paint.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Watercolors.
they do a thing that like it's not at first I was like, well, did they just not want to animate this scene? But as you see it happen more and more, you're like, okay, cool. You know exactly when you're in a pretend kids playing pretend sequence. In the original movies, it just looked like really good CG, right? They're in the desert with the train and everything.
Yeah.
Like, you know that's not really happening, but it looked the same animation pretty much as everything else. And this one, they do that new style. It looks really cool. And just the way that the kids were make-believe pretending, it was really funny. It always is in the movies, but I thought the humor with the marriage stuff was
great.
It was great. It was
Yeah.
really fun to see. But so we see glimpses of Jesse's past with Emily. So we've never
But
really...
have we not seen that before, or do we just see Jessie getting dropped into a box?
Yeah, you just see the
No, you
very-
see him on the swing in the tree in Toy Story 2.
I thought so.
But
Yeah.
it's like very, very brief. They never really deal with it. And
Yeah.
this one is like, oh, we're going to learn more about Emily. And so you see that little glimpse with them playing out by the tree. And then in the movie, you get a little more of the flashback. And so that's going to unravel. But also Bonnie, as she's leaving to go to the sleepover, this is when Jessie and Buzz hatch the plan that, we're going to get in the car. We're going to go with her to the
Yeah.
sleepover and prove that, toys are fun and all that stuff. And Woody now has shown up because we see Jessie. Seems like she's kind of sneaking around talking
I
to
did
Woody.
think that was interesting. Like,
Which was a weird thing. 'Cause
They
she was
have-
definitely hiding. What are you doing in here, Buzz, when she's talking to Woody on the radio?
yeah, like why are you hiding? Why are you hiding?
It almost seemed like she didn't want to get Buzz jealous, but why would Buzz be jealous? Doesn't seem like
I
Woody...
took it as she's the sheriff now, and she didn't want people to know that she
She was looking for
Needed
help.
help.
didn't have it completely under control.
Got
Okay,
it. The
okay.
she didn't want to show weakness. That makes
Yeah.
more sense because at first you think Jessie and Woody are going to be together, but really Woody's with Bo Peep, so it's not a
Are
relation.
they? Have you ever seen Woody and Bo Peep kiss?
Yeah,
When?
she takes them with her crook, and
You've never seen it. You think you've seen it. They've never kissed.
All I know is if I had a woman in my life treating me like Bo Peep, my wife would be very upset.
Right. I'm not saying that they aren't together. I'm just saying
pretty
you.
sure.
Nope.
She takes him and kisses him
You see her grab him by the neck.
and kiss him.
Nope.
Interesting. Okay,
Nope. I think the only time we've seen toys kiss is this movie.
okay.
I think this is
Interesting.
the first time we've seen two toys kiss.
Okay, interesting.
Which I thought was, I mean, even in this one, right? Like Bo Peep hops in the car and she kind of like snuggles up next to Woody and is like, and like gets all weird and stuff. And then the car closes and they drive off.
Huh.
I
I'm
would
pretty sure. they're-
look it up.
Hey,
If you look it up, right, I guarantee you said, well, don't
look up fanfic.
do
Yeah.
that. Like, I mean, be careful with how you type.
Woody and Buzz.
No, not Buzz.
Oh no!
I guarantee you. Yeah, I guarantee.
So okay,
I guess we should say there is a movie between 4 and 5 that Disney's like doesn't exist.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, there's Lightyear. Lightyear,
Oh,
like
that. Yeah.
I'm just
no.
saying it is the same. I mean,
That was
But it's a different world.
it is very much a different
because
world.
It's the movie that inspired.
yeah.
Right, but it is. I mean, it's Buzz, but it's.
I will hold to this day, and that movie is universally despised. I will hold to this, and I don't care obviously about whatever there was a gay relationship or nothing because
Yeah.
of that. That movie is terrible, and There is no way Andy and his little friends watched that piece of crap and we're like, let's play with space toys. It's like, that movie's so boring.
Okay,
Yeah.
counter argument,
Yeah.
Monster Squad.
What's your counter on her? What's your argument?
Okay, anything's possible.
That's
I relinquish.
ridiculous. I got Lightyear doesn't have fans.
I probably would watch Monster Squad before
You're
Lightyear.
damn right you would.
I'm just saying.
I'm not saying that as a
there's-
positive thing. I'm using that as how bad Lightyear.
There is no telling what a generation of children will fall in love with.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Also, Monster Squad's a good movie, so shut your pie hole.
So Jessie is called Woody for advice and
That's
talking
true.
about the
I think-
situation, and then the radio kind of cuts out, and
Yeah.
he thinks she said like,
I need
"Help,
backup."
I need backup." And really, she's talking to Buzz, and like she's made Buzz her deputy now, and so there's a miscommunication.
Was Combat Carl a main character before?
No, he's a small character
Yeah.
in 4. Carl Weathers
Carl Weathers.
voiced him.
Yeah, but not in this one. It's not Carl Weathers in
No,
this one. Yeah.
no.
But I was like,
he was in 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but when he shows up in this, I was like, I thought he was like part of the crew in the. Okay.
They meet him out in the. They find like 3 Combat Carls out in their adventures, not the carnival, the park or something.
Sure.
Remember when they
sure.
find the skunk thing and Bo Peep's been riding the skunk? and-
Yeah.
she's running with Combat Carl and the new toys,
okay,
right? They're part of
okay.
that crew.
And this is it. Okay. And then Duke,
But this is a different Combat Carl we've never. And Duke
I thought he was like a more main character.
I thought we saw him before.
I had never
4.
heard of Combat. I personally don't remember ever until 4
Yeah,
hearing about Combat.
he's
Carl.
in the first one.
Really?
Combat
Yeah.
Carl's in the first one?
Yeah, because Sid had him. He's who he's blowing up with the M80.
Oh, but it's not.
It's not the same. It's not the Carl Weathers.
It's not Carl
Combat
Weathers is the
Carl.
voice of Combat Carl.
It's like, okay, so maybe there's a version. Like
Yeah.
he's like a G.I. Joe essentially.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's the same.
He gets a voice in
4.
in Toy Story of Terror.
Okay, so there's some other
okay.
side.
Okay. And then Duke Kaboom.
But he was not a main character.
No.
What Joe was asking, was he a main character?
Yeah, I
And
thought he was
not,
part of like the new crew in 4, but we're saying no.
not the main crew, but he's Bo Peep, Duke Kaboom.
What I'm saying
he's
is
a new
like
character.
where like some of these characters, which like the doll with the glasses or the little
right.
hedgehog. I thought like how those characters kind of kept coming back.
Right.
I thought
they always
Duke-
pick up new toys and become part of the
I
crew.
thought Duke Kaboom, who does Keanu Reeves, is like,
Yeah,
how much you
he's
want?
Canada's greatest stuntman.
You just want me to show up? That's fine. Like, I guarantee you, he didn't take
Oh,
it.
that was a day of lines.
He's also like, yeah, you don't have to pay me.
Yeah,
Like,
right. Oh,
it's-
yeah, Keanu
I'll
Reeves.
do it for free.
I'll buy it. Just give my money to the crew. I don't care.
That's I mean, honestly,
You probably did.
he probably did.
Just give the
Let's be honest.
give the CGI guys a
At this
bonus.
point, with that dude's career, he is fascinating to
He's
me.
awesome.
Like that guy's career is fascinating.
Good
Whereas, like,
fortunes. Watch it. It's hilarious.
but the other one, Echo
Don't know.
is not good.
Don't know what that is.
That's on Apple TV.
Oh, I don't know.
It's
Good,
real bad.
Good Fortunes, Aziz Ansari. It's his directorial.
He's the
debut.
guardian angel, right?
It's hilarious. Yeah, he's a guardian angel, but he's only supposed to stop people from texting and driving. And he decides he's going to go help other people to try to like prove he can do more than that.
Yeah.
And he screws everything up, and it is so funny. They switch lives between Seth Rogen and Aziz's character.
Sure.
Live totally different lives, and he's like, "I'll show you that even if you lived his life and whatever, you'd still be happy." And Aziz is like, "I'm never going back. This is amazing." It's so funny.
Speaking
it.
of Apple TV, Widow's Bay.
Renewed.
It should have been. It is. Have you guys not
I gotta
watched this
check it
yet?
out now.
It's so good. It is Parks and Rec meets Stephen King.
Friend of the show, Mr. Jarpo's
It's
talking it up. Big time.
amazing. It's amazing. Matt Reese quickly becoming like, I didn't know that dude was so funny.
Yeah.
Like it's so good.
Okay. So Woody now has come and Buzz is like, "What are you doing here? I'm the deputy now, so you stop." And then Woody goes up and he like takes a star from Forky's wife, Knifey or whatever,
yes.
and like he's like, "Oh look, I have a star as well."
Well, he pulls up Toy Story 1. He's like, "Buzz, look!" And he turns
Yeah.
around. And he's like, he slaps it. The introduction of Woody back to the toys
Yeah.
with the shiny spot on the back
The
of his
running
head.
gag, I thought at the end with the buzzes was hilarious because I kind of forgot about it at this point or whatever. Every time Woody takes off his hat, he now is like, it's just from
Well, do you
putting the
remember
hat on
the
his.
Al sprays the back of his head?
Yeah.
Like he does spray like
Uh-huh.
the use like a whatever.
Well, the old man, right, fixes him.
Yes.
It's the old man playing chess from the short.
It
is
is.
the toy repair guy
Yes.
too. And so he go through that whole sequence of shining everything up and
Right.
repainting and everything. But
Fixing-
Woody, because of the hat, that spot wears the paint off. And so now it looks like Woody's old man. I like it when one of the toys goes, "What are you, an old man toy?"
I also like that he has put on weight. Like the fluff is like, it's like the fluff, like sun is like
Yeah, it
sliding
shifted.
off,
Right. So it
and
looks like
they were
it's
just like, boy,
It's really funny.
yeah, I like that a lot. Also, I do think Tom Hanks sounds exactly the same.
He's pretty close.
Yeah, I think he doesn't have the Woody in like Toy Story 1 and 2 does have like a level of excitement to him, where in this one
Well, just his high pitched thing that he did so frequently in that movie. But I mean,
look at Alien.
they're good. They all sound good. It's just people naturally get older. This has been what, 25?
95.
95.
95.
Jeez, so I mean,
31
it's 30
years.
30 years. Yeah, that's he's older.
And
but
that's what I'm saying, 30 years and yet to
and the
miss.
quality is still but that's because it's not
you
Toy
look at-
Story 12. It's Toy Story 5. They take their time.
It's like this is the lowest reviewed Toy Story franchise, and it's
saw that.
like
I saw that.
93 or
Yeah.
94%.
Well, this is the weakest, I will say. This
You think
is-
so?
Yeah, this is the weakest movie, and it's still it's still really good, right?
Yeah.
But this is the weakest for sure. 4 is incredible. 4 is one of my favorites. Like, just when you thought, why are they making a new one? Oh, 3 was so perfect. They come out with 4, which is incredible.
You're like, oh,
This one,
this is why.
This one's good. I just don't think the writing is quite to par, and I do think putting all the main characters to the side, and even Woody being a B character.
See, I think that's what makes it work.
I think
agree.
they had to.
I think that like the fact that they've built such a large universe of characters that they can explore them, and with I think that if you got another Buzz Woody story, you're because
I completely agree.
When you see the Buzz Woody stuff, it's the same stuff they've been doing for 30 years,
Right.
And I think if you got a whole movie of that, you'd be like, we've seen this, and so like when you get it in this movie, I feel like you get just enough of it to enjoy it. But if I had to watch an hour and 45 minutes of it, I'd be like, but I've seen this.
But it's not just Buzz and Woody, though. I mean, what I'm saying is all those other toys they stuffed into the garage. I just mean,
but
we love those characters, and it's like just when you take only Jessie
Yeah.
and Buzz and go out on an adventure, and Woody's there for part of it.
Well, but if it comes down to it's Woody and I mean, there's even the line from Mr. Potato Head where he's like, "Oh, I'm glad to see them fighting again."
Yeah.
So like if
But
the
I
whole
love Forky, and you get him for little moments. I love Ducky and Bunny, who clearly
Well,
they didn't get them back to voice them.
But
You
some
they
of
don't
it too
talk.
is they have so many characters now. You can't get all of them in a movie.
No, but I just
Like,
every movie has, we talked about, they build the roster and you get
Yeah.
the new ones are part of the crew. I love Ducky and Bunny. I love Duke Kaboom. I love, these are all new characters from 4, and they
Yeah.
just sideline them.
Right.
And of course, and it's like they had to stick them in there. I'm glad we saw them, but it's like I kind of wanted to see them be a part of the main crew and do more now. And I think it was missing a little bit of that carrying on with, hey, these new characters now can do fun stuff.
Sure.
And now they're just not in it. Although, but again, the story was really good. I like what they're doing and what they're trying to say. I missed those new characters now being the main toys.
Yeah, but I think I do agree with Tom is that if it had come down to Buzz and Woody on another adventure, I do think I would have been like, nah.
Yeah, no, I didn't say that. I'm not saying Buzz and Woody. I'm talking
Yeah.
about all the new ones we just got, because every movie the new toys are part of the crew, and now we just got great characters like Key and Peele as Ducky and Bunny were
Yeah, those
hilarious.
were great.
Duke Kaboom's amazing. Bo Peep was really fun and badass in the 4th one. Like all these characters from the 4th one got cameos in this movie.
You know what it is,
instead
though?
of being part of the crew.
Those toys, the toy designs of those toys, they don't lend themselves to movement.
Yeah.
Like Jessie and Bullseye have legs and arms and can move across the screen. Ducky and Bunny were just like can waddle, like Duke Kaboom was on a motorcycle. So like those toys, as great as those characters are, they don't really lend themselves to being able to.
But you could have Duke Kaboom get off the motorcycle.
I thought he was on it no matter.
No, he moved.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was attached to the
I
motorcycle.
don't think he's attached to it.
Isn't that the way Evel Knievel was? Like Evel Knievel didn't come off that cycle.
No,
Did
I'm
he?
pretty sure you did. I had one.
I think he just gets connected to it.
I
when
thought he was.
I
I thought it was one toy.
don't think so. But either way, I
But
just
I think that's the issue that we run into, right? Is Jessie can move around, and I guess Lilypad can't move, but they make her move. She waddles around.
Waddles. I don't think it's because they couldn't do it. I think it's because, one, those people are expensive.
Sure.
You get Key and Peele back. You get what's her name from Ghostbusters back. You get
Andy Potts?
Yeah, for long periods of time.
We got
Right? They all
two
got
people from Ghostbusters.
Who?
Ernie Hudson is Combat Carl.
He's the new Combat Carl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the new one. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I think, but when you give him cameos, you don't have to pay him for being in the movie.
It's a day player.
Yeah. So I get it, and it's a smaller story, and it's fine. I think there was something missing. The Toy Story magic of the other ones, for whatever reason, like 4, I thought was incredible. This one was fun. This is
Hour 45 feels pretty good. Like when I saw that runtime, I was like, yeah, let's
doesn't have
do
to be
that. That's always kind of been our complaint. Where like some of these movies, like you don't have to be.
Yeah.
If you can tell your story in an hour 45, hour 50, do it.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to be 2:15, especially for a movie that is geared towards children.
Yeah.
I think I made the mistake yesterday of going to a kid show.
Oh yeah.
That was a mistake, and I didn't notice it until I was sitting down. I was like, well, I can't complain about nothing because I did this to myself.
Yeah, you can't really complain about kids at a Toy Story movie.
Well,
but
at the Alamo, they have specific like
do they?
shows that are like they're like this is for kids. Like we understand that like kids are gonna be at the, like you don't have to worry about your kids being loud or whatever because
we're not going to yell. Yeah,
this is for children,
right.
And
okay.
I realized
Because
that
they have pretty strict policies.
No, that makes total sense.
and I realized that I bought tickets to the wrong show.
Gotcha.
And I just had to suck it
So
up.
back to the plot. So Bonnie is now off to the sleepover, and you got Bo Peep, you've got Buzz, and you've got Woody there. And basically, the toys are going to embarrass her because all these kids are on iPads.
Well, they do
like
embarrass her.
Lilypads.
Like she walks
As
out
soon
with
as
the
she
toys.
shows up,
and she's
right?
like, "What are you doing with those?" And Bonnie wanting to make friends is like, and like runs them back to the car,
throws
and
them in the car, right?
grabs her iPad and the Lilypad, and comes back, and they all sit. And I do like that Jessie's like, they're just sitting around. Like they're not doing anything.
They're looking in the windows and seeing them all sitting around. And so now at this point, you've got the toys that are like on their own because they've crawled out the window or climbed out the window as the dad is driven off. And then you get a couple of old like stoners and a Volkswagen
that was
to pick
pretty
them up.
good.
And they see now that on Jessie's pants, it still has Emily and the address written on it. So we're going to finally get her back to Emily, or so we think, where she belongs.
Wasn't the theory that Andy's mom was Emily?
Yeah, and I was waiting for that to pay off. Even as the movie went on, I'm like, well, that little girl could have grown up and she doesn't realize that's the same, like,
Yeah.
and it didn't go that direction
At all.
That was a big fan theory that it was going to be Andy's mom.
Right.
But she
I'm
goes
glad
there.
it wasn't.
Same.
I know, but there would be.
I just hate like it's kind of lazy writing at this point where it's all, and then you find out it was this other character
The whole time.
But the clues are there though,
Yeah.
because even in the first movie, Jessie does not exist in the first movie.
Yeah.
Right.
But Andy's hat is Jessie's hat.
right.
Oh, so you're saying that
they plant? I mean, in the first movie, it's not lazy if they planted it back in the first movie
well, they
where
didn't.
Jessie doesn't
I don't
exist.
think
they planted it. They retconned it,
They
but
retconned
yeah.
it for sure in 2.
Well,
when Jessie gets introduced, like, it's just a cute joke. Like,
Right.
I don't think
Yeah.
that
But
they-
that's what I'm saying, but you're-
Pixar is notorious for
yeah.
like there's a Pizza Planet truck in this,
Right.
So it's stuff
But that's what happened, but it also could have been planted. Like, you know what I mean? It went a different direction.
Right.
But they did show the stuff there that, like, it's like, oh, he's wearing Jessie's hat. Why is he wearing a girl cowboy's hat instead of, like, a Woody hat? Well, because the mom grew up loving Jessie, had that hat, handed it down. Like, it's a really good story. I think it would have worked really well because they planted it all there.
I think it's better. Not everything. It's like Star Wars. Like not everything
sure.
has to be connected.
For sure. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be, no.
No.
So, but this is where we get Blaze. So
Yeah.
she shows up at the house and she's thinking like, oh God, I can't be here. She's already been thrown to the side by Emily and doesn't want to even be there or anything. And you see this new little girl, Blaze, who's a year older than Bonnie, and she's really outgoing. She's playing with toys. They've got a horse there, like a real horse. She
Yeah,
loves
who
horses.
looks like Bullseye.
Yeah, true. It's
Yeah.
like you've got kind of like a real bullseye, you know, but a very real horse, and she's got all these other horse dolls and everything. It's like this is a place where toys are free to be because she's still playing with them and has imagination and everything. And then you also get these new characters introduced. So you've got like these are like the beginning of tech toys. They're not iPads.
I remember
Yeah.
these.
But these are the toys that had the one LCD screen that can scroll something and some buttons that light up and they make a couple sounds, right?
Right.
So you've got
Smarty Pants.
Smarty Pants, voiced by Conan O'Brien.
Correct.
That's the one that really got me when
He
they
was
do
good.
the make believe and they start playing together.
Yeah.
And that one's really funny. And then you get like one of those like really basic digital cameras that like
Snappy.
can take like like a 0.05 megapixel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kids, their first digital camera. And then you have the
Who was Snappy? Because the dinosaur was Craig Robinson, right?
Shelby Ribera.
Oh, okay.
Oh, was that? I thought that was Tracy Morgan was the hippo.
Oh, was it?
I
No,
thought
it was
Craig Robinson.
Yeah.
Atlas.
Oh, Craig Robinson.
Yeah.
Okay. Who was Snappy? Did you look it up?
Shelby
what?
Ribera.
No idea who that is.
I don't. Doesn't sound familiar to me. But anyway, so
She's on Steven Universe.
I didn't watch that one, but
No.
I'm sure she's
Voice
popular.
of Peridot.
Okay.
I've never watched it.
Cool.
So this is where we get introduced to them, and I thought the whole Smarty Pants thing was really funny. How he was on low battery but walked around
Super
like he was
drunk.
you know, because the batteries are basically drained. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
you gotta help me, I need whatever. And so Jessie gets him inside and gets him new batteries, and he's like, $1 million.
This is
bucks.
so great.
I feel great or whatever. But she's eventually like, now you got to save these other old tech toys from the
Yeah,
drawer.
yeah.
And I like it because Jessie has this moment of realization. She's like, no, I'm not going to go save every toy or whatever. And then she like realizes what she just said, because he's like, what, you want them to be stuck in a drawer forever? And she's like, oh
Bully?
crap, I'm trying to save my friends from getting stuck in a drawer forever,
Right.
but yet I don't care about these ones.
We should also say there's a whole subplot with a ton of new buzzes.
I love where this went, because in the beginning I go,
I did not care until that was like,
But,
okay.
But that's what I'm saying. It paid off. At first, I'm like, are they filling time with a funny little storyline?
I was afraid we were seeing the minification of Buzz.
Agreed. I agree.
And that's not where it ended up going.
They play an integral part, and I had a feeling in a Toy Story movie that it was going to pay off and mean something and not just be like a little side adventure. But these buzzes, they like crash off onto the coast of some island and in the shipping container, and they don't know anything. They're a buzz just like the old
they're
ones.
a new buzz.
Now they've got the tech built into them, a little screen or lights or whatever, and some other things that we don't find out until later. But they essentially are a buzz where they wake up and they're like, Star Command, I'm on an adventure. They're walking around with their lasers pointed at everything. You know, the funny...
It's a little light bulb that blinks.
Yeah.
Still one of my favorite lines like of the series.
But it's great. I think that gives you that nostalgia of like, oh, I remember in the first one Buzz acted like that, right? But they're going on this whole adventure, and they look up in the sky and they're like, Star Command, we got to find it. And so eventually they get to the city, and then they're having to they go to the shipping yard, and then they play dead, and they're like, why did we just do that?
right.
And I like how the guy working at the docks, like the security guy,
which makes me realize, is it a reflex?
Yeah, it's just built. That tells you.
But I mean, like,
that answers the question.
For the longest time, we were always taught that like they heard Andy coming to the door, and they would drop.
But it sounds like what they're saying in the lore is that it is just built into them.
Yeah, they're like a baby deer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so the guy at the docks shines his flashlight,
I'm
sees
not
all
cleaning
them on the
that
ground,
up.
sees like a broken container next to him. I'm not cleaning that up. It's great. But they're like, when we saw a human, why did we do that?
Yeah.
But anyway, so they're on their little adventure, and they'll eventually make their way to our friends. But back to to Blaze's house. So now they've connected all these things. Smarty Pants has said, hey, if you connect us all together, we can get word out to Bonnie.
Yes, that you guys are here.
They've got all the old USB cord, whatever's. And so now the Smarty Pants is like an early Lilypad. Like he has the technologies made by the same company.
Yes.
He has like the computer function in him. The Snappy takes a photo,
Correct.
and then the hippo dials, the internet connection.
the hippo is the map.
But I think because doesn't the hippo have like the internet though?
Oh, I
he
guess
has
that's
maps,
true.
so he connects to the
okay,
internet.
okay.
But with Smarty's computer and the internet connection,
when they send the picture out, and Jessie's like, "Is it done?" And he was like, "Nope, still going." He goes, "When you see the toilet paper rolling in my eyes."
Conan's great. I love Conan. I thought he was going to be a cameo.
Nope.
The fact that Smarty Pants is like an actual, he gets more time. Like I was talking
He
about
gets
the
a
other
lot of
characters.
time.
He is a main character in this movie. Like,
yeah, you'll see these. I think you'll see these three again.
I hope so.
I think
I
thought in Toy Story 6 in 7 years.
Yeah.
You'll see.
And they like to do these little specials in between, so they've probably had them made like a Halloween special that'll be on Disney Plus and this fall, or something like that.
Yeah, that's
my
true.
guess.
That's a good point.
So anyway,
I like that he's a potty training toy.
Yeah.
I think that's very
all
funny.
the number 1 and 2 jokes were really funny. He's like, I only have 2 numbers.
I got 2 numbers. And then they're doing like the hit the button where the poop goes, and Jesse's like, I am never going to play that game.
That's a funny gag.
You see her, and he's like exhausted. He's like, please stop.
She's like playing DDR on him.
When he sees Blaze for the first time coming out of the bathroom, and he's like, without me.
It's very, very funny because again, these are the toys that as a very little kid you use for a very limited time.
Speak and spell,
and you outgrow
all
them
that
because
stuff.
they're for little kids, for toddlers, and then you get rid of them and you get the Lilypad or whatever the next thing is. So essentially she blasts this message out to everyone. They're like just trying to find it, and so everyone is getting messages about this. And then does Bonnie see it?
Bonnie sees it, and they're gonna go. She's like, they're gonna go get the toys, and the goal is that they would bring Bonnie and Blaze together because Jessie, seeing that Blaze is still very much into make believe, they're like, this is the perfect kid. Like they're gonna be.
Jesse's goal is to get Bonnie friends, and she knows that these Lilypad tech zombie kids are not going to be a good friend for Bonnie.
Well, that's what happens is then the friends, there's a group chat of like these dance girls. And then they say, was this, I think that, they said,
they're
like,
on the way.
This?
They're on the way to go because now the message has reached Bonnie. And isn't it true that they sent it out and then Lilypad kind of sabotages it because
that's the Buzz and Woody one. The Lilypad sabotages the Buzz and Woody one that they try to send via Lilypad.
No, they print it out on the printer because like, how can we get this to Bonnie?
And
then Lilypad sends the remote vacuum out and just destroys it, right?
Right.
But eventually
the dad gets it.
The dad gets it and says, "What is this? These are your toys," or whatever. So the mom packs up Bonnie and they're on the way. But then Bonnie's got her Lilypad. And she gets a group message from the girls,
and they're making fun of her.
You still play with toys, is that
like a crying baby emoji? And
so when they get to the house to get the toy, and and it's funny how you think like, okay, how does no one ever say I didn't send that message, or the adults? But they play it in a way to where like the kids are just like, oh, okay, like. They don't know, they're not talking, so they don't know how the information got to the other one.
Correct.
Because the mom answers the door and she's like, Blaze, the people are here for those toys. And then Blaze, who seems like a really good little girl, wherever, she's like, oh, okay. She wondered where they came from.
Right.
She doesn't ask, how'd you get that or who sent it? She just goes, oh, okay. And she comes to the door. But at this
why did you say that name?
Yeah. But Bonnie is just like, she's looking at the Lilypad and she's so distraught by these messages. She's like, you can keep them.
Right. And this sends Jessie into a spiral. Like she sees the tree that she played on with Emily and she runs out to the tree.
It's happening again.
Yeah.
Basically.
And as she's at the tree, she kind of looks at it, and carved in the tree is Jessie was here.
Yeah.
And she's like, I didn't write that. And they look down and they find a
time capsule.
It's like a metal lunchbox. And in it is all of this different stuff. And we find out that Emily did grow up and had a daughter and named her Jessie.
Yeah.
So that's the realization.
That got me. I was like, that's pretty good. Yeah. That got
it's a good moment. It's a good moment.
When
and
you
I do
become
like
an adult and a parent, things just trigger your emotions in ways that you would never expect.
My youngest child's name is Gwen.
Yeah.
So, like
after Gwen Stefani.
Gwen Stefani. That's exactly right. If she ever hears this, it is not because of Gwen Stefani. You are named after Gwen Stacy.
It's after a fake person.
Yeah, it's after a fake character. Yes.
Yeah, so she says keep the toys, and that's really distressing.
Yeah, and then Jessie goes up to the tree, she finds the box, and she realizes I was important. I did have an effect.
Really good moment.
I do like that we see her later, like her hair is down and she's wearing, I don't know what you call those things. I've got daughters that I know what that was. I know what barrettes are. Yeah. I know what hair tie. I don't know what you call those with
clear
the two
bead with the line.
They were wildly popular when I was a kid.
I don't know what that's called either, but she is wearing that the rest of the movie. Yeah. But then, so now Woody and Buzz have gone to try to like rescue Jessie because she runs away all distraught. Right?
Oh, you know what I do think is funny?
What's that?
Is they give they give Woody a costume change.
Oh, the poncho.
So they get more toys out of Woody.
Oh, they all. I mean, they always do that. Why do you think you have all these Buzz Lightyears with new little screens?
Yeah,
right.
Like,
come on.
But I feel like Buzz has been pretty consistent with his look, and now in this one they're like, put a poncho on him.
Oh, there was a chrome Buzz. There was a purple Buzz. There was a.
There's a red, white, and blue Buzz.
They've made every version of Buzz.
There's been lots.
But there's only been
Buzz
one Woody, right? Like that costume hasn't changed.
The Woody costume hasn't changed
until now.
Well,
now he's got a poncho.
He's got an accessory.
That's right.
And then don't forget, you also had Buzz Lightyear Star Command. Mm-hmm. That was a different looking Buzz.
Oh yeah.
What? No, Buzz Lightyear Star Command.
That was the cartoon.
That's the cartoon.
Yeah, that was really popular.
Yeah, that was solid.
Yeah, that was like a hand-drawn animated.
Yeah,
It was supposed to be like the TV show.
Yeah.
And then, which is why the voice, because it's Patrick Warburton.
yeah.
Doing
But they
the voice
replaced
of
him
Buzz.
with Tim Allen.
On the
That
cartoon?
one never went to the DVD release is Tim Allen's voice.
Oh, really?
He redubbed it. Yeah, Patrick Warburton did the entire thing, and then they realized, oh, we need to get Tim Burton, and they replaced.
Why would you put
Tim
Tim Burton
Burton
in there?
I'm sorry, Tim Allen.
Give me that movie.
Yeah,
Give me that
right.
movie with Tim Burton as Buzz Lightyear.
This is Toy Story. This is Toy Story. So yeah, Tim Allen actually redubbed it. You can still find the version with Patrick Warburton online, and it might be a special feature somewhere. But
Now, this is saying that Patrick Warburton did the TV show.
yeah,
But on there's
a movie
called
called
The
Buzz.
Adventure Begins, which was the pilot, and that's Tim Allen.
Oh.
But on the TV show, it's Patrick Warburton.
Okay, yeah, but the movie, it was a really big weird thing because again, Patrick Warburton voiced the whole thing, and then they came in and
Did they do that to Aladdin 3? Isn't that the deal with Aladdin 3?
Yeah,
is that
because they had used
somebody else as the genie?
It was
Dan
a-
Castellaneta
yeah.
And
was
then they
the
were
voice
like,
of the genie.
We can get Robin Williams back for this?
Yeah, because he did Return of Jafar, and
Yeah.
then there was a
TV
TV
show,
show,
Yep.
and he was the voice of the genie on the TV show.
And then they get Robin Williams to come back
Yeah.
for a straight to DVD. But that's wild to me.
Yeah.
That they could do that. So now basically it comes down to we just need to get these kids together, and we have this another plot to get these two. So basically they're gonna try to get Blaze to come see Bonnie and return the toys. So like they send the picture to the Lilypad and says, hey, I don't know, maybe it's
She sends it to Blaze and says, I changed
my mind.
Yeah.
And then so Blaze is going to bring the toys back to
Oh, but I was
her.
going to say it was really funny. All the Buzz Lightyears show up riding Blaze's horses.
Yes.
And Woody
Yes.
gets stuck with some little stupid baby
oh,
one.
Yeah. Well, he does have a good horse.
He gets like on a My
At
Little
the-
Pony.
At
Yeah.
the end, he is like galloping on like a little My Little Pony.
But he has.
I do like that Buzz has like this majestic unicorn
with the pink hair and the wings. and
Yes,
everything.
yeah.
But they all ride up, and it was pretty funny because Jessie's like, oh, she likes seeing 50 Buzz Lightyears. I'll tell you that right now. And I thought that was really, really funny.
Yes.
The way you could see her little smirk and her eyes light up when they all show up. And they're like, we're all here for you. And then the real Buzz is like, okay, stand down,
Yeah,
man.
she's talking to me.
Yeah, she's talking to me. And that was a nice moment though. And then Jessie's like, yeah, she did care about me. Emily had a kid named her after me. Everything's all good. But yeah, now we got to get back
And
to Bonnie.
Lilypad realizes that she was wrong, and she sees the group text, and she sees that Bonnie is brokenhearted at this point, and so she sacrifices herself, kind of.
Yeah,
Where she
Bonnie's mom and her stop for ice cream, and then while they're up at the window ordering, Lilypad just jumps into the donation, or, like, falls
box.
into the donation box.
And this is where we get the reveal that maybe these Buzz Lightyears, these new Buzz Lightyears,
have more.
are a little more than meets the eye.
This moment
if
was
you will.
great.
This was it was a moment when everything. I was like, well, what are they gonna do?
Uh-huh.
And then they become drones, and
Yeah.
I was like, of course. How did I not see that coming?
Yeah,
it's such a great reveal.
It really was great, and it's believable because drones aren't that expensive.
Yeah, and you absolutely Disney, and I'll just use Disney because that's who owns.
Yeah.
Would 100 billion% make a Buzz Lightyear drone.
There probably is one.
There probably
Like,
is one
That's
now.
true.
And
That's a good
especially
point,
now.
yeah.
But that was a great reveal, though, when all the buzzes are like, you know what they have to do? They have to, Lilypad has to update
Right.
their
Update
firmware.
their firmware.
Which is a funny.
It's like something you'd have to pay extra for.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which, I mean, it's kind of ridiculous to think that a toy just like, if they've got all
No,
that stuff
I think it's hilarious that Lilypad scans the QR code
Yeah.
on Buzz's back
and
it updates them
Yeah.
all.
But it's very funny. Like,
I
now
wonder if that QR code actually does something.
That's a
that
good
would
question.
Be really interesting to
It's a
find
good
out.
question.
I bet it does these days. It's like they always build those
little
Easter
hints.
eggs. So yeah, now they all have drones and they pick up our toys and fly them. And then this is
Also,
where you,
how great was it to see Buzz Lightyear
Fly.
actually fly
Yes.
after
And
all these years?
that
I mean, that was
moment,
cool.
that payoff, that was like
that one got me.
that was like holding the Creed song, right?
Yeah.
When they're up in the air, they've earned it at this point. It's like, no.
And now
We're
we're
flying with
flying
style.
with
Yeah,
style.
yeah.
And I was like, okay.
That was a good
Okay.
earned moment
Yeah.
after 5 movies.
Yeah.
They finally got to fly with style.
That's not flying. That's
Falling
falling
with
with style.
Yeah. So that was a great payoff. And I really thought the moment between Buzz and Jessie was nice. This is the one you're talking about, right? Where they actually kiss.
Yeah.
And so you get them, they're like, there's a truck coming through a tunnel, and they're like, we got to get going. But Buzz is the whole movie has been practicing his rehearsal,
propose.
gets down on one knee and is like, oh, and like, waiting for the right moment. And he's like, I have to tell you something. And finally says, will you marry me?
I don't even think he gets that far. She kind of
Jessie's
cuts
just
him
like,
off.
Yes.
And her line is like, "You're stuck with me, Buzz."
There you go. And they kiss. And then she pushes him, so they part ways, and the truck comes through. And
We all know how much women love toys that buzz.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Take care of business.
They're very
They're
popular.
very popular.
so they all fly off now.
That's Toy Story 7. Yeah. We've gotten
Toy Story 69.
That's right.
So now Blaze is going to Bonnie's house because she's gotten the message, I changed my mind, and she shows up, and then Andy's mom. I keep saying Andy because I'm so used to that.
Have you seen?
It's weird to have Bonnie's mom.
Have you seen the outtakes from the Frighteners? Have you ever seen those outtakes? There's anytime Marty. God damn it!
You
No, I
did
didn't.
it. Yeah.
Anytime Michael J. Fox is like yelling for, I don't remember what the sergeant, the guy that early
He keeps calling him Doc.
He keeps calling him Doc.
Yeah, it's so hard
And
not to.
He goes, God, I did it again. Like
We're talking about 30 years. It is so easy to say Andy's mom because that's who you always talked about when it was a parent, right? So anyway, Bonnie's mom is
but it's been Bonnie for 16 years.
16 years.
2010 is
Yeah,
Toy
but
Story 3.
we didn't watch a whole movie where it was. We never knew Bonnie's mom. In
I guess
3.
that's true. We never
like we
did
never.
see her
We watched
parents.
one movie. It's Toy Story 4 when Bonnie to actually go on an adventure with Bonnie.
Yeah.
So like it's pretty ingrained in my mind at this
That's
point. But anyway, Blaze shows up and Bonnie's mom's like, your friend's here. And then she's like, okay.
why doesn't she? Because she's got the lily pad in her hand, and she's kind of anti, and then she says like, "Oh, I like your boots," and then Blaze is like, "Oh, thanks. Like I like your something or other."
Yeah.
And then Blaze immediately becomes like this goofy little not weird kid, but like goofy little goofy little goober.
Blaze has an active imagination. Like she likes to pretend with toys and everything. Even though she's a year older than Bonnie, she still makes up these stories just like Bonnie.
She's got like a foot in both worlds,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
She's not a tween technically, but like she's right there, right?
She's riding horses and doing
So
active
she's
things.
like
but-
a little bit more mature, but she's not so mature that she can't go back
Exactly.
a little
Yeah,
bit
right.
and still play with toys, which is exactly what Bonnie needs, right?
That's
And
exactly
so-
where she needs to be.
So she says
She like
something.
puts
she's
her
like,
hair in front of her face, and she's like, "Oh, I have this distinguished
Yeah.
beard," and the girls immediately hit it off. Like not
Yeah.
immediately, but they hit it off,
Yeah.
and they run inside and they're playing with their toys.
Blaze is exactly who Bonnie needed, which was Jessie's whole point. She
Right.
doesn't need friends who are going to just sit on their lily pads not talking to one another. She needs someone that's fun and still has an imagination. And so their mission.
Well, then as Blaze and Bonnie are playing, there's these two twins from across the street that wouldn't play with Bonnie initially, and then once they see her, these
Having
two
fun,
playing, they
yeah.
like come
They
over
join
and
them,
yeah.
yeah.
So it's then you get the whole wedding sequence again with Woody and Jessie, where the Stegosaurus, who is man, I wish I could remember that gal's name because she is insanely funny.
Kristen Shaw.
Is that who it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, from Bob's Burgers.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's great.
Um,
From Gravity Falls.
Also
She's
Gravity
Mabel,
Falls. She's
yeah.
Mabel, yeah.
From Last Man on Earth.
Oh, is she on
I
that?
don't wanna talk about- from Flight of the Conchords.
Yeah, right.
That's really
Like if you've never seen Last Man on Earth, the Will Forte show,
You
it's
got a hard on for Will Forte.
I love Will Forte. I still wouldn't go see that new Nate Bargatze movie though. But, but I'm glad he got paid.
Yeah, get that bag, baby.
But
Nebraska was great.
yeah, but like Last Man on Earth, one of the best shows of like
Okay.
the last 10 years. It's,
Maybe I'll convince Katie to watch it again someday. She got so irritated by Kristen Schaal.
in the show,
Yeah, because she's one of those characters. She's like she's like the Patrick Star to SpongeBob. She's like,
I mean,
Oh.
everybody on the show's an idiot. Like,
but,
I
but
mean,
she's one of those characters that I mean, she even gets irritated by like Bullwinkle and Rocky and Bullwinkle because Bullwinkle's always doing. But like, it's that archetype of right. You
Yeah.
get the straight man and the funny person. You know.
so
that's just-
how does your relationship work?
what's that? We just
she gets so frustrated by idiots.
no.
I'm just yeah.
Yeah, see that maybe it's a little too close to home. when she watches
Yeah,
that
she's like,
stuff.
look, man, I gotta live this every
don't
day.
know. I don't need more.
I
I'm
can't
not
watch
watching
this on
movies and
TV.
TV shows. That's
The reason I
fine.
didn't watch Breaking Bad when it came out.
See?
I got enough meth in my life. I'll catch up later.
So, yeah, you know what? I'm good.
Yeah.
I need a little bit of distance between me and the
That's
meth.
funny.
Yeah.
So mission accomplished. Like
it is.
Jessie did what she set out to do.
Yeah, and that's kind of how this one
Peep comes and picks up Woody back to their
take off.
thing,
They
yeah.
do not kiss. No kissing. They don't.
Isn't she like, come cozy up to me, cowboy?
She does, and then Woody gets like super weird about it. You're absolutely right.
I don't think he's. Are you trying to say that Woody is not into Bo Peep? Is that what you're alluding
I
to?
think he doesn't.
Send a Combat Carl.
It might be. No, I don't. I just think it like that. Bo Peep is a very.
I am positive that maybe at the end of Toy Story 2, when Buzz and Jessie seem like they're going to be a thing, I swear Bo Peep grabs Woody and kisses him, and he lights up, like kisses him on the cheek or something.
Maybe she kisses him on the cheek.
Okay.
Maybe. But a full-on lip-on-lip kiss.
It's a movie about kids' toys.
Now you've opened up a door where I know that I can you with this.
I really don't think that it's like they don't kiss because, oh God, everyone's kissing, but not those two.
Probably
no
they
one
don't know how to do the
kisses.
lips.
Yeah,
I don't know that Bo Peep's lip. Oh, I guess they probably do move. 'Cause she talks.
Yeah.
But I'm almost positive they do not kiss. Ever.
Hold on.
Oh.
To Reddit 7 years ago. So this is after 4. After 4. What? No, is there a reason that we never see Woody and Bo Peep kiss on screen? Okay, so this is by Weird Beard Joe 93.
Now wait a minute.
So in all Toy Story movies, they never ever kiss or do it or.
Hey now.
Now that, I don't know what they're trying to get. There are plenty of Disney movies where the characters kiss, so that can't be the issue. Is it because they're toys? Maybe I'm genuinely curious. What's going on?
No, I honestly think.
And
it's
someone
because
says, "Are y'all forgetting that mistletoe scene during the ending of Toy Story 1?" That's what I'm talking about. And this person said yes and no. They kissed, but only after Bo Peep pulled Woody under the.
No.
Okay, they kissed.
Do they kiss? Like, do you see
at the end of the
though?
movie, she takes him with the crook and kisses him, and he's like, ooh, and gets all excited.
But okay, I don't.
That to me was enough to say they're.
I think they're absolute. Like, I think Bo Peep is 100% into the Woody. I think Woody is just like.
You think they're roommates?
I think he's so innocent that he doesn't really know what to do with it. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just think he's like, he doesn't even, like. Where Buzz is like, I'm gonna get it.
It's just so interesting. I would have never in a million years even thought to go into like, is Woody not really?
Is Woody asexual?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
I just figured they're a couple.
Disney's, they're all about inclusion.
Yeah.
So it's very possible that.
Oh goodness.
Yeah,
I've seen some people complaining because the boy characters were on girl horses.
I gotta tell you, I saw that
guys.
and I was like, oh man, they're gonna hate this. That's exactly what I thought.
I just can't.
Okay, but in Toy Story 1, I mean, Buzz is in a dress.
Yeah.
He's
Yes,
Mrs.
Mrs.
Nesbit.
Nesbit.
Mrs. Nesbit
Yep.
having a tea party.
That's right.
Like, I mean, just get over
I just
yourself.
can't.
Yeah.
The girl Blaze, who is a girl, identifies as a girl, has horses, is into horses.
Yeah.
And the boy
And
characters are going to ride what they have available, which
Right.
is toy horse. Like,
Yeah.
that is
The payoff of the horses, too, is great.
It is
I
great.
was like, oh, they're all going to ride the horses. That's
it's fantastic.
wonderful.
That's a
the
great.
way that they all came together. Like, what is this B plot with the Buzz Lightyear?
Right.
And it all came together to save the day with the horse. It's great. And
No,
that kind
it
of stuff.
absolutely is.
People are looking for things.
Yeah,
People
they
are
Yes.
digging and searching and exploring. What can I complain about?
You know
There's
what
nothing.
weird tweet I've seen recently, and I
What's
don't know if it's at this point. It's kind
Does
of like
Weird Beard?
it's not weird. At this point, I don't know what's AI and what's not anymore.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But like somebody posted a picture of Millie Alcott in a. Supergirl has gone through many costumes in her career, like in her lineage as
Okay.
comic books. Some of them more revealing than others because boobs and
Sure.
guys buying comics.
Right.
So somebody posted an image of like this is the costume we wanted, and it's like super high waisted, like skirt, like her
A costume that wouldn't match her at all.
a costume that maybe Supergirl would have worn in the 90s.
Right.
Yeah.
But the
Has her
and-
looking like Power Girl or something.
well, that's a boob window. That's a very
Yeah.
different.
But I'm just saying, like,
You know that's Supergirl, right? You know Power Girl is Supergirl.
Power Girl is Supergirl?
Power Girl is Supergirl from Earth 1.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
So-
okay.
Yeah, at Crisis on Infinite Earths. We'll save this for next week.
Yeah.
Well,
That
that
sounds
is.
like a great
that's-
topic for the Patreon.
Yeah, well, it's actually we could do it for next week.
I
But
take it back. That is my Supergirl. Then.
but like, and they're like, and then we got this, and it's like, what?
In what universe is Millie Alcott going to wear that outfit?
Never.
Like, it just, they make the outfit, the suit to match the actor that is the best cast for the movie that they believe
But
is,
also-
like,
No. Like, I'm sorry that this 16-year-old girl doesn't meet your standards of what you think she should look like. And, it's not like she's wearing Sue Richards' bikini from the Fantastic Four when she was rocking that. It's like, come on.
Again, this is all veiled. You know that it has nothing to do with the actual outfit or the actual actress.
No.
It's because James Gunn is producing a Superman movie until he is no longer. If that ever happens, hopefully it will continue and work for many years to come. But this is all because they will find anything they can to hate on a James Gunn production.
Yep.
And it's ridiculous. Just ignore it.
No,
Don't give them any.
I'm not paying.
Don't,
But it's
don't
also
fight
just,
with them. Don't boost their comments. Just
it is like,
move
what are
on.
you doing? What are you doing?
you know what they're doing. I just
yeah.
told you.
What
Leave them alone.
What are you doing?
So this was really good.
It's really
fun.
good. It's really
Solid.
good. Again,
The worst Toy Story movie. It's just like
Scream. It's like Scream.
Right, we've talked about this in other franchises.
Except for 7. 7 wasn't.
It may be the worst one, but like Tom said, what 93% instead of 99%.
94% right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I mean, it's very solid, very good message. Animation looks great.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, this looks fantastic.
Yeah.
And then they showed trailers for Gato
Mhm.
and Hexed.
Hex is
Hex is
Disney.
Gato is Pixar.
Yep.
Both of those look pretty great.
Yeah.
So
A lot of stuff coming down the pipeline. A lot of animated stuff. There's that new Minion monster movie coming
looks
out.
fun.
There's
And
the
I don't
new
even
Cat
like
in the
those
Hat
movies.
movie coming out. There is
Oh,
the
yeah.
what's the other animated
Into the
movie?
Spy. Oh no.
Oh, I wish. Like, is that ever going to come out? But there's a lot of animated stuff coming out very soon. So it's like,
And this opened worldwide to $312 million.
is that a record for Toy Story opening?
Good for
let's
them.
see. $160 million in North America, landing the higher end of expectations while securing the biggest domestic debut of the year over Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Oh, that's good.
It also ranks as the largest start in Disney and Pixar's Toy Story franchise, supplanting the record set by Toy Story 4.
There you go.
By a lot. Toy Story 4 opened to 120.
Wow.
Yeah, so
That's a
Did
huge.
160.
yeah.
That's a huge jump.
And it scored the second largest animated opening weekend in history, behind 2018's Incredibles 2.
You
That
know
had
what I will say?
182 million.
You know what I will say? Taylor Swift.
You really think so?
I guarantee you that had such a. I'm not saying that like there's not crossover between their fans.
Yeah, I don't know that people
bet you that.
went because of Taylor Swift, but it definitely certainly raised the profile of an already high-profile movie.
I think,
Yeah.
not overall, but the boost, the difference, and why did it open so much higher? The marketing that woman has with
it's crazy.
and the way that she on her website where there were clouds and it said TS or whatever, which are her initials, for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And
They
everyone
did?
looked
Yeah.
at the code for the site and screenshotted it.
Yeah.
And then billboards came up with TS, which could
Yeah.
be Taylor Swift. Oh, their marketing is a genius. And
I gotta tell you, I have no feelings about Taylor Swift either way. But seeing her at the premiere with a clamshell VHS
getting them
case
all to
having it
sign
signed,
it.
I was like, that was cool.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
But I think that if you're wondering why did it open so much higher, I really honestly,
That's interesting.
I mean, she puts out the 18,000th variant of the same album and it sells out in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Her fans will see anything. And so even if her fans were like, hey, maybe I love Toy Story, but I'll wait till it comes on DVD, not if Taylor Swift's attached to
Well,
it.
yeah, they put a new song at the end of it, and
Yeah.
that was
so
it.
I think that
Gonna-
has.
she wants to be an EGOT.
Yeah, that's right.
There you
She's
go.
trying to get it.
Yeah. So anyway, I guess that's it for this one. Let's go around the table. Everyone can say where to find them.
This is Joe. You can follow me on the Twitter at JoeyButts, BUTTS21, and all other socials at the same.
This is Kevin. Follow me on Twitter at Kevin R. Brackett.
And this is Tom. You can find me on Blue Sky and Threads at Tom O'Keefe Jr. or Facebook at facebook.com/Tom O'Keefe. Find the show online at facebook.com/Real Spoilers. While you're there, like the page, join the group, do the Patreon, all that stuff. So
All that jazz.
that's it for this one. Thanks for tuning in. And until next time, Babette apologizes to Marcella.
Get ready for a spoiler. Won't say it twice, cause we already warned you. Better watch out, it's gonna ruin the plot. Real spoilers. Real spoilers. Real spoilers.